So, over the weekend, Beyoncé took her tour to Paris, and of course, all of the celebrities popped out. But one of the biggest names that people were excited to see, he's at every tour stop, but Jay-Z actually came out on stage with Beyoncé in Paris. Now, this is a big deal for several reasons. It has been 7 years since they have performed on stage together. So, first of all, let's take a listen to Jay-Z coming out to Drunken Love.
That's not Drunken Love.
That's Crazy in Love.
That's Crazy in Love.
Okay.
Crazy.
You know, she got Dangerous in Love, Crazy in Love, and Drunken Love.
Yes. Well, the point of playing the performance clips between the two of them was the fact that when he came out, it was a surprise, so the crowd went crazy. Again, he's been at the other tour stops, but he has not been on stage. So that happens. He comes on stage, they perform a few songs, and then he goes into N-words in Paris while in Paris. And people think he took a dab here at Kanye West. Let's take a listen.
I just might let you be me.
That was not a dig.
So he literally just substituted Ye name for his wife's name.
You caught it, yes. But because
it's
he's
her concert.
Exactly, which makes a lot of sense, and that is what performers do. But you know that there was the whole Kanye West getting online with the tweets about the kids, and then Mama Tina made, her comments or all that. So people felt like this was him, like, finally getting his revenge back. But I don't feel like
Just
it
switching
was
up the
the
names?
thing. Huh. Exactly.
And by people, you mean Twitter, of course.
Oh yeah, the fans
course.
were going crazy. They were, so not even Twitter. I'm looking at yahoo.com right now. All of the outlets also talked a lot about this because, they need the story, they need the headline. But in other news, while all this was happening, there was another fan theory that was working this way. Now, this one was an X theory because Nicki Minaj was online all weekend long talking about or alleging that Roc Nation has silenced her fans in an effort to get her out of here, basically.
Who the hell can silence them damn bars?
Man.
Nobody can silence the bars.
What are we talking about here?
Well, okay, so let's back it up. So Nicki Minaj did a verse on the Carter 6, the bonus version of the album.
Yeah.
It's called Banned from N.O., the remix. Let's take a listen to her verse.
About to copy slides, all you do is flip flop. If I send a pic of Shannon, you ain't that sharp. Still can't spell Prague, and that's horrible. Weezy F, baby, and the F is for phenomenal. Man, already fading like a barber. They know it don't decline, so they never face Carter. French vanilla hazelnut in my Starbucks. NFL fire some and then call us.
So she says, NFL fire some N-words and then call us. Now, the song is called Banned from N.O., Banned from New Orleans. And, they're throwing shots at the NFL because, remember Nicki Minaj spoke out when Lil Wayne didn't get his chance to perform. Yep, at Super Bowl. So she's on Twitter all weekend and she's hashtagging as she's, or mentioning as she's doing some of these tweets, NFL fire some N-words and then the phone for call us. So she said, they don't want you to see it when I'm liking. So that feature was demolished. Listening devices, cameras, car tags, pages you don't follow under the following section of X. How do I get paid for that? Then she starts talking directly to the Barbs, and she's saying, Barbs, save all info on every time you get flagged or suspended and what platform it is on. Then she started retweeting fan theories, alleging basically Jay-Z's role in X still and after selling it to Jack Dorsey and all these things as well. But she's clearly insinuating that her fans are being silenced because some of the fans were tweeting her and saying whenever they would get online and defend her, or if they would hashtag the Banned from N.O. song, the algorithm you wouldn't see it as clearly. It would be pushed down, shadow banned, or you just couldn't simply upload it. So I say all that because people think that Jay-Z coming out on stage with his wife in Paris to do N-words in Paris was to distract from all of this Nicki Minaj.
Y'all are ridiculous. I want to say something though. If Roc Nation controls all of social media, how come they can't stop everybody on social media from spreading all the negative stories about them?
About Beyonce and Jay-Z.
About Roc Nation, period. If I was Roc Nation and I could suppress stories, wouldn't I suppress stories about myself?
All of them.
Wouldn't that make more sense?
Can we just salute Hove though? The fact that he came from Brooklyn and performed at that show and it went stupid.
Listen,
it went 8-ish, and then the fact that everybody was singing every word, every line. Can we just talk about that for a moment?
Keep in mind, he's a 55-year-old man whose first album came out in 1996, and he's getting that kind of love in another country and hasn't put out anything new since 2017.
Listen,
let's talk about that.
There were fan videos when he walked out because, again, they didn't know he was coming out on stage. People literally dropped their phones. They were just so in awe.
It looked so great. I was on Tim's Kelly Rowland's husband. I was on his story. Yo, it was crazy.
Yes, they were in the suite or the section with Cardi B.
Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Cardi was
but
in
not
their
from
section,
there.
I'm sure.
I don't know whose it was, but they were all together. They were in a riser together. I don't know whose it belonged to. They were there.
Yeah, either way, it looked good from that section, you know, from that
crazy.
suite or whatever, man. Paris, it was lit up, and those people, they act like it was the whole tour. Like when he came out, it was different.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I seen him on stage, so I can see why that was
a long
big
time.
deal.
Yeah.
But I think it was dope too because he was just in New York at the Fanatics thing, so people thought he was still there. So the fact that he came out was even more of a surprise. I don't think anybody was watching that. And congratulations, you mentioned Cardi B. I think Cardi B, her record went #1 on Apple Music this weekend. So drop a bomb for Barty.
Yes, they pulled her into the conspiracy too. They said that that's why she was there to help them distract from the fact because her record just did so
Cardi
well.
was in Cannes performing for Spotify. So many people left from Cannes to go watch Beyonce in Paris on that. I think she performed this whole weekend. Yeah, I'm bugging.
She's been out
since Thursday.
And y'all talk about the crowd, how crazy the crowd went. The reports are that there were 70,000 people in that crowd of fans, and that it was a sold out show.
I love it. No, salute to Beyonce, Hove, and everybody that was there. I love it. I love seeing it. I love the energy that show gave. I mean, woo.
Yes.
Wish I was there.
And in the next hour, I know Nicki Minaj also mentioned Shannon Sharp on that song as well too. The next hour, we're going to get into some Shannon Sharp things as well.
Okay. All right. We'll get into that next. Everybody else, we got front page news. And then from the big three, Ice Cube and Dwight Howard will be joining us. So don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out The Breakfast Club. Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.